Dark Knight was directed by Christopher Nolan, and it basically tells the story of when a Joker basically comes back from his past and stuff like that. He basically starts causing chaos and stuff like that and threatening the city of Gotham and stuff like that. And the Dark Knight must accept one of the greatest psychological and physical tests of his ability to fight injustice. First off, The Dark Knight is actually considered one of my all-time favorite movies. It's actually considered my favorite superhero movie, one of my all-time favorite action movies too. I love Batman as a superhero. He is possibly my favorite superhero, out of all the popular ones, including Marvel. I love superheroes like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and stuff like that. I also like, Superman and all those other DC characters like Green Lantern. But Batman has to be on top of the building. Batman is very special to me. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Batman fan because I'm really not. But Batman has to be my favorite superhero. My favorite comic superhero. And The Dark Knight surprised every ounce of fiber inside my body. Heath Ledger as Joker is absolutely phenomenal in this movie, and it's so sad what happened to him. It is so sad what happened to Heath Ledger. Rest in peace. And it's so sad because he's absolutely flawless in this movie. There's not really any question about his character. This has to be the best Joker I have seen in any Batman. His performance is absolutely all over the place, and you give this character praise because you know why he's going insane and stuff like that. You understand why Joker's trying to cause havoc in the city. And of course, Christian Bale's Batman is absolutely great in this movie. This is definitely on the top 3 best Batman performances I have ever seen in any Batman movie or TV show. He was great. He was absolutely flawless. And there were some times where I would find the character of Batman in this film, I couldn't really take him that serious sometimes because, like I mentioned, that Batman's my favorite comic superhero and stuff like that. I couldn't really take him that seriously and stuff like that. I really enjoyed his performance. He is absolutely great in this movie. Possibly rival with Heath Ledger's performance. Aaron Eckhart as Harvey Dent, or as they say, Two-Face, you would usually pronounce him, absolutely terrific in this movie. And the things on what ties in on what made Harvey Dent so bad in this movie, sometimes you don't really know why he has been bad. Sometimes if you're a hardcore Batman fan and stuff like that, you might understand, but sometimes they'll be hidden. And I think it keeps it really, really suspenseful every time information about this is hidden and stuff like that. Because for me, I don't really understand why this character is turning bad and stuff like that. It probably had something to do with the film where he was almost suffering near death and stuff like that. Because there were some scenes. And it absolutely changes him and he starts to become more careful about his life. And that's probably what makes him so ruthless and he doesn't fear death anymore. And in considering that he was manipulated by the Joker to reveal his dark side and stuff like that, that's probably one of the ways that changed his, view and stuff. And then some specific tragic events that happened in this film, which I won't spoil just in case if there are viewers who haven't seen The Dark Knight. But these in particular events and the things that Joker says to Harvey and stuff like that are basically the things that he changes and stuff like that. And he's not really known as actually a bad person in this film. He's just a very misguided person. One of the reasons that made me love The Dark Knight so much is because it is the Batman movie of all Batman movies. This is the exact Batman movie that all Batman fans want. This movie's very dark, filled with mindless gore and violence, with a lot of surprisingly great action-packed fun. And it is filled with a lot of depth and soul. One of the reasons why I love The Dark Knight so much is that it holds such breathtaking atmosphere. When a suspenseful or action sequence is happening, you can tell that the creators put a lot of work into this movie. How every scene of action-packed fun and suspense that's in The Dark Knight is so well shot. Nothing honestly feels rushed. Nothing. This film is perfectly well directed. The themes of The Dark Knight just look so sinister and so suspenseful. This is the best comic movie ever made. First off, if you're not really a big fan of Batman and you haven't really seen any of the movies, make this be the first Batman movie you've watched. You will enjoy yourself, even if you're not a fan of Batman. Watch this movie, you will love it, I guarantee it, and you probably will get into watching the other Batman movies. But today, The Dark Knight stands as my favorite Batman movie from my favorite comic superhero, and it is one of my all-time favorite movies. I also noticed when I was watching this film, this is a very, extremely well-directed movie. Not every scene in this movie has an action sequence. There are actually some very thought out and riveting scenes about every character in this film. Because think about certain scenes like when Joker's already starting to cause havoc in Gotham and stuff like that. Because when stuff like that do actually happen, every single character in The Dark Knight is dealing with that problem. And every single character is involved. Every character in this film has at least one part to play, and everyone is absolutely flawless in this movie. The Dark Knight blew me away on so many levels when I first saw it. And ever since then, it's been one of my all-time favorite movies. It's also so insane how this movie actually managed to live up to its hype. Because a lot of films that are coming out do not really live up to the hype. The Dark Knight was over 110%. This movie managed to live up to its hype. It really did. It was so successful. And most superhero films and comic book films and stuff like that don't really do that. They don't really live up to the hype and stuff like that. The Dark Knight is one of the few comic book films, and the best, that's actually done it before. But I just gotta tell you this, and I'm serious when I mean this. If you guys aren't a fan of Batman, and you haven't seen any of the Batman movies, you gotta see The Dark Knight. It is one of the best movies ever made. It is one of the best movies ever made. It's so difficult to beat a superhero movie like this. It is so difficult for a comic book film to come out and be better than The Dark Knight. And ever since this movie's initial release, this film has been an absolute masterpiece. And as life goes on and stuff like that, The Dark Knight will become a modern classic, for sure. There's a lot of things to love about The Dark Knight. The direction and the action and suspense that's brought up into this film is so top-notch. Every single actor in this film is flawless. The atmosphere is very well set up, and it's a Batman movie, for God's sake. But other than that, I really don't have to say anything else about The Dark Knight other than it's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's definitely the best comic book superhero film as well as the best Batman film. And I absolutely love The Dark Knight. And of course, I'm going to give it an A+. Thank you guys so much for watching my reviews. You guys just keep on tuning to my reviews. Thank you guys so much. Look forward to my next review of The Wizard of Oz, a movie that I really wanted to review forever on my channel. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. I grew up watching this movie as a child, and I want to review this movie so badly. But thank you guys so much for watching my review of The Dark Knight. Please, if you're not a fan of Batman, do yourself a favor and watch this movie. You might get into the series and stuff like that. You might even get into reading the comics. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my review of The Dark Knight. I can't wait to do more movie reviews for you. And look forward to the Speed movie, once again, that's coming on April 6th and stuff like that. My Sonic movie that'll be on my channel. And look forward to other content I make. I want to make more episodes of the Super Mario Bros. Show. I'm falling behind on that. I want to make more episodes of those and more content, like reaction videos and gaming stuff. I'll try to do those. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I am Mario Fan 520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.